Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. 90 Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson, more injuries, is he cursed? 90 Day Fiancé fans are beginning to wonder if Colt Johnson is cursed or something, as he recently suffered more injuries. Hot off seeing him on 90 Day Hunt for Love, he reappeared on crutches this week. Read on to find out what happened this time. Colt, who suffered debilitating injuries while filming for a TLC spin-off in 2022, ended up with multiple surgeries and took a long time to recover. Well, he just injured himself again, and this time it was in a car accident. He told his TLC fans about it on Instagram on Saturday this weekend. In his photo, Colt Johnson stood out in a street wearing a black tee and some short pants. Additionally, he leaned on crutches. In his caption, he didn't go into a lot of details, but Vanessa Guerra's ex mentioned, really, for fans who followed his difficult time when he first injured himself and subsequently suffered from other injuries, they become suspicious. There's nothing quite like a run of multiple bad luck stories to make humans revert to ancient ways of thinking. One follower quipped, "Larissa put a Brazilian spell on Colt," and another one asked, "Brew, why is bad stuff always happening to you?" Here are a few more reaction by 90 Day Fiancé fans in the discussion area. You don't think the universe trying to tell you something with all these accidents? Just saying. Courtney cursed him for cheating on her. Again, who cursed you? Do you ever catch a break? Feel better soon. Luck is not on your side at all, it seems. Hope you are healing. Geez, Colt, you need to be slapped with some good energy. In the original accident, Colt suffered a dislocated and broken leg, with fractures to both his tibia and fibula and a torn meniscus. He stayed in the hospital for weeks and underwent 3 surgeries in 1 month. The pain medication and anesthesia caused his bladder to stop working, and he had to use a catheter. He was in a wheelchair and couldn't put any weight on his right leg or bend it. His recovery was long and difficult. In December 2023, he had a 4th surgery, but it led to complications, so a 5th procedure was needed. His leg's health was a major concern, and there were rumors that it might need to be amputated. That was because of infections and the leg not healing right, which some folks thought might be connected to his use of Ozempic that can cause bone density loss. Colt Johnson also failed with multiple relationships. Larissa Lima's marriage ended in divorce. Then he hooked up with Jess Caroline, who broke things off after he cheated on her. Then came Vanessa Guerra, who he married. However, they lost a baby and that union also ended. Then he met Courtney Reardons, and she looked after him as he slowly recovered from lingering complications. However, on 90 Day Hunt for Love, Courtney accused him of betraying her as well. What do you think? Is Colt cursed or something? Can you believe how much bad luck or bad karma he has experienced? Sound off in the comments below. And remember to come back here often for all your 90 Day Fiancé cast news and updates. 90 Day Fiancé star Colt Johnson, more injuries. Is he cursed? If there's one thing fans of 90 Day Fiancé have learned about Colt Johnson over the years, it's that drama somehow follows him. From his rocky relationships with Larissa dos Santos Lima and Jess Caroline, to the whirlwind marriage with Vanessa Guerra, the Las Vegas software engineer turned reality TV star has kept viewers hooked with his mix of awkward charm, eyebrow-raising decisions, and roller coaster love life. But recently, Colt's story has taken a darker, more bizarre turn, one that has fans asking a question nobody ever thought they would. Is Colt Johnson cursed? A string of unfortunate accidents. Colt's streak of injuries began innocently enough, or so it seemed. First came a twisted ankle that forced him to hobble around at fan meet and greets. Then, during what should have been a relaxing vacation, he managed to suffer a nasty fall that left him with bruises along his leg. Fans chuckled at the incidents, teasing him online for being clumsy, but the humor began to fade as the injuries became more serious. In 2023, Colt underwent major surgery after shattering his leg in multiple places. Vanessa, his wife, revealed that the accident wasn't just a simple fall, but a terrifying ordeal that left Colt bedridden and unable to walk for months. The recovery process was grueling. He had metal rods inserted, and his once quirky, meme-worthy persona now carried a shadow of vulnerability. If you've followed 90 Day Fiancé over the years, you already know that Colt Johnson is one of the franchise's most unforgettable characters. From his rocky relationships with Larissa Lima and Jess Caroline to his quirky bond with his mother, Debbie, Colt has been a fixture in the chaotic world of reality TV. But lately, fans have been buzzing about something far stranger than messy romances. Colt's streak of injuries that has left many asking, is he cursed? It all started with what seemed like an ordinary accident. Earlier this year, Colt revealed he had suffered a serious leg injury that required multiple surgeries and grueling physical therapy. Fans expressed sympathy at first, flooding his Instagram comments with well wishes. But as weeks turned into months, new updates kept rolling in, each one more dramatic than the last. Walking with assistance, wheelchair shots, and candid mentions of physical pain became part of his regular updates. Now, reports suggest Colt may have experienced yet another setback in his recovery journey, and speculation has only intensified. His once vibrant social media presence now carries undertones of resilience mixed with frustration, like a man caught in an endless loop of misfortune. The unlucky Colt narrative. Colt's fan base has begun piecing together the timeline of his injuries, and the pattern feels almost eerie. He's not just dealing with one isolated incident, it's been a cascade of setbacks, one after another. Some fans have jokingly nicknamed him Unlucky Colt, while others have leaned into the idea that he might be plagued with bad karma from the chaotic drama he stirred up in his 90 Day Fiancé days. Memes circulate online, painting him as a sitcom character who can't catch a break, tripping over a coffee table, slipping on soap, or mysteriously winding up in the ER after stepping outside for groceries. While fans exaggerate for humor, there's an undeniable sadness behind the laughter because Colt's reality isn't slapstick, it's painful. From romance drama to real-life struggles. When Colt first appeared on TLC, he was portrayed as a quiet, slightly awkward software engineer navigating the treacherous waters of international romance. His tumultuous relationship with Larissa was filled with arguments, police visits, and tearful breakups. Later, his fling with Jess Caroline was no less chaotic, especially when mother Debbie stepped into the drama. But back then, Colt was always physically fine. His struggles were emotional, relational, and occasionally reputational. Now, though, his storyline has shifted entirely. Instead of heartbreak dominating the conversation, it's his health and whether he'll ever fully regain the mobility and ease he once took for granted. Fans ask, where's Vanessa? Colt eventually found love again with Vanessa Guerra, and their relationship seems steadier than his past romances. Vanessa has often been by his side during his recovery, helping him through the tough days. But recently, fans have noticed that Vanessa's social media updates have been quieter. Is she simply choosing privacy during this difficult chapter? Or has the weight of Colt's ongoing health battles put strain on their marriage? TLC fans are notorious detectives, analyzing photos for clues, and some have noted that Vanessa hasn't appeared as frequently in Colt's posts as before. Theories abound, but neither has given a clear update on the state of their relationship. The human side of the cursed story. While it's easy to joke about bad luck, the truth is, Colt's situation shines a spotlight on something deeply human. How quickly life can change. One day, he was a reality TV star joking about cats and awkward dates. The next, he was facing surgery, rehab, and questions about whether he'd regain his independence. Colt himself has been surprisingly candid about the toll it has taken on him. He has spoken about the frustrations of recovery, the fear of not bouncing back, and even the loneliness that creeps in when mobility is stripped away. For someone once portrayed as quirky and lighthearted, these admissions reveal a far more vulnerable side of Colt. The cursed cast theory. Interestingly, Colt isn't the only 90 Day Fiancé star to face physical setbacks after the cameras stopped rolling. From car accidents to sudden illnesses, several cast members have shared stories of unexpected health challenges. Fans have even floated a theory that the 90-Day franchise itself is cursed, that those who become central to its drama often face hardships long after their season airs. Is it superstition? Probably, but it's hard not to notice the trend when you line up the stories. Colt, however, stands out as the poster child for this theory, his name practically synonymous with injury updates these days. What's next for Colt? As of now, Colt's future remains uncertain. Will he recover fully, or will his health battles remain a long-term reality? Could this even open the door for a new TLC spin-off focusing on resilience, recovery, and second chances? Fans wouldn't be surprised if TLC chose to highlight his journey more deeply. After all, 90-Day Fiancé thrives on transformation narratives, and Colt's shift from bumbling romantic to injured underdog is as dramatic a transformation as any. Is he cursed or just human? At the end of the day, maybe Colt isn't cursed at all. Maybe he's simply human, facing a series of unfortunate events that could happen to anyone. The difference is his every step or stumble has been documented by cameras and fans for years, making his struggles public fodder. Still, there's something compelling about the idea of Colt as a modern-day tragicomic figure, a man who survived messy love triangles, overbearing mothers, internet memes, and now the slow grind of physical rehabilitation. His story feels Shakespearean in its twists, with each chapter stranger than the last. The Colt Johnson legacy. Whether you love him, laugh at him, or feel sympathy for him, Colt Johnson has carved out an undeniable space in reality TV history. Few stars from 90-Day Fiancé continue to spark conversation years after their season. But Colt does, sometimes for romance, sometimes for injuries, but always with that strange mix of curiosity and disbelief from fans. If this really is the next chapter in his saga, one thing is certain: viewers will keep watching. Because somehow, Colt Johnson remains one of the most fascinating, unpredictable, and oddly resilient figures the franchise has ever produced. And maybe, just maybe, that's not a curse at all. It's a strange kind of destiny.